Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Out here grinding it out on the Sabbath. So, today I want to talk about men and their femininity. So, let's jump right into this. So, men, we have this tendency to, say, hey, you know what? I'm going to be a man. I'm going to poke my chest out. I'm going to swallow all my feelings and emotions and depression and whatever I'm going through. I'm going to push all that down. And I'm going to go out and pretend to be a man, right? Now, what does it mean to be a man? Well, society's idea of being a man is pretending that you're strong, that you're invincible, that you're unbreakable, you're unshakable. You are the thing that cannot be moved. You're unmovable as well. So imagine a person being a rock for so many people. Now, but that person doesn't have an outlet. They don't have the ability to express their feelings, their emotions, what they're going through, their vulnerability. They don't have that, right? And so what happens is that men fall into this deep depression. And our depression comes in different ways. It comes in ways that most people don't see. So some men, they wind up smoking. Some men, they wind up drinking. Some men wind up eating, right? Some men wind up becoming addicted to sex, right? Because what's happening is that the thing that is supposed to be healthy for you becomes unhealthy because you're suppressing all these emotions. Now, why am I talking about all of this? Well, the thing about men is that we don't embrace our feminine side, right? Now, a lot of times men might say, "No, man, we don't got no feminine side. What you talking about?" Well, we do, right? If we didn't have a feminine side, then women wouldn't be feminine, right? Because if you look up the word woman, it means from man, right? So women wouldn't have a feminine side if we didn't have one. The problem is that, our femininity comes from our belief in a higher power or God. So that's where our vulnerability comes from. And so what happens is that most times with men, we suppress all these feelings and we keep them inside to the point that we cannot breathe anymore, and then we explode. And the way that we explode is the reason why most men wind up in jail, because we get angry to the point where we're uncontrollable, where we didn't have an outlet to express our feelings because it was frowned upon based upon society. So now we have to actually fall in line with, okay, well, me being a man is me being able to punch you in the face and beat you half to death. Well, the fact is that the human body is not designed for that. The human body is not designed for you to actually beat up on people. It's designed for love. It's designed for understanding. It's designed for compassion. Now, unfortunately, we live in a world where violence, defines your masculinity, and so you have to be able to protect yourself. But that doesn't define you as a man. What defines you as a man is being able to embrace your femininity. Is being able to, understand your emotions and your subconscious. So when it comes down to your femininity, a lot of times men might say, well, this is something that, when you say femininity, what do you mean? Because I don't struggle with my sexuality. Femininity doesn't mean sexuality, okay? So I don't want you to think that, I'm struggling with that. That doesn't mean that. Here's the facts. 95% of reality is controlled by your subconscious, right? Which means that delves into your emotions, your spirituality, everything, right? That means that only 5% of communication, everything, is all done through logic and physical reaction. So everything, for the most part, is ran by reality through energy, right? And that energy is based in the world of femininity, right? And so a lot of times men might say, well, man, like, how come if I go to express my feelings, women frown upon it? Well, the reason why is because you're dealing with a woman women can listen to you. It's just a matter of what is her title, right? So if she's your girlfriend, she's only going to hear what affects her. She's only going to listen to how what you do affects her. That's the only thing she's going to listen to, okay? If you're talking to a woman as a therapist, she's going to listen to your emotions because that's her title. Her job is to listen to your emotions, right? If you have a girl that's a friend, she's your friend, so she's going to be honest with you, but also thoughtful, right? And so it depends on the title that the woman falls under, because here's the thing about women: they live within an emotional cycle on a consistent basis. But they have to know what category you're going to fall in so they know what kind of cycle to send you through, right? So when you're with a woman in a relationship, she's looking for security and stability. And it's very unfortunate, but every woman is not open, unless she's nurturing by default. Every woman's not wired naturally to do that. They have to learn it, they have to develop it, and most times women are struggling with their own traumas and triggers. And so if they're trying to stabilize themselves, how are they going to be there for you? Okay? So I want to say this to you guys, that men, you can do this, okay? I know that, we watch football, we watch basketball, and we feel like that is us being Diesel and being strong and punching people in the face, and being able to do it is what makes you a man. It doesn't. You have to be okay with being vulnerable. And I'm not saying you can do it with everyone. I'm saying you need to make sure that you have a support system. Women have a support system. Unfortunately, the only support system that we have as men is God. And we don't really we might have some friends, but it's very rare that we do that, where we can actually express our full emotions, our full struggles, okay? So I want you guys to understand that embracing your femininity doesn't question your sexuality. Embracing your femininity doesn't make you less of a man. It allows for you to understand and how to balance your emotions the right way. It makes you more holistic. See, at the end of the day, there's masculinity and femininity. Masculinity is all about action. Femininity is all about emotions and spiritual connection, right? And the truth is, you need both in order for you to have a life of peace and tranquility. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys today. Please leave a comment. Please DM me if you got any more further questions. Again, if you don't agree, I totally understand. Sometimes the things that I'm saying on this platform, it just might not be for you at the time, okay? But again, I love you. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next segment. Peace.